Have you got a BS degree in something, but you kind of, you know, do I really want to continue doing this the rest of my life? You ever thought about nursing? Well, I'll tell you what, William Carey University has a great nursing program. We're talking to Dr. Carolyn Fisher, who is the Associate Professor of Nursing.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. First off, tell us about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised here on the Gulf Coast, lived here pretty much all my life, love the Gulf Coast. I've been with William Carey now for 7 years, and I've been in nursing education for almost 15 years. Been a nurse for 28 years. It's starting to sound old now.
Don't get me started on the broadcasting career. I probably got you beat. So, but why nursing?
I love helping people, and I love making a difference in people's lives. As a nurse on the floor, I was touching people directly. But I've found now as a nurse educator, I touch people, more people than I probably could have as a nurse, because I'm sending out new nurses to help take care of people out there.
There is a severe nursing shortage in the United States, in Mississippi.
Yes.
And why? Why is that?
Well, I think COVID had a lot to do with that. I mean, we had a nursing shortage before that, but COVID, a lot of nurses were really burnt out. A lot of them went into retirement early because of the high stress related to that.
Right.
And now we're feeling the effects of it. Nursing's hard, and it takes a lot of work, but there are people who are really committed.
I've had a lot of nurse friends, so
yes,
yeah, I know.
Yes, so there is a shortage of bedside nurses. We need nurses at the bedside, and our programs here help to graduate. 85% of the nurses we graduate here stay in Mississippi, so we push for that.
Now, if someone's interested in getting into nursing, that's a whole other story, into nursing, they contact you. Do they have to already have a degree, or, I mean, is this, they have a college degree, I mean, a high school graduate, can they do that? Or?
We have different options for pre-licensure. So with, you know, we have our generic nursing students that come in out of high school, take their prereqs, go to nursing school. But now we also have, if you have a bachelor's degree in any field and you have decided that you want to be a nurse, we are now having a hybrid program so that you can continue to work full-time in your job and go to nursing school. So we offer our theory portions of the courses online. They're asynchronous, but we also have the lab and clinicals set up to where they're done typically on a Saturday. So the only time that you would have to make sure that you aren't working would be for those lab or clinicals, because the parts online with theory, it's asynchronous. So you would work at your own pace, you would have assignments to do during the week, but it's helping you to be able to continue to work time and take care of your family, but pursue that new degree that you want and then go out and be a registered nurse.
So like having a bachelor's in broadcasting.
Yes.
I decided I want to get into nursing.
Yes.
I work 5 days a week for the TV station. Evening time, take my classes, weekends do my clinicals and all that. And how long before I can become a nurse?
Well, it would, now you still would have to meet prerequisites, you know, so you'd have to have your sciences and that type of thing. So some people would have to work on those before actually starting the nursing program. But once you start that nursing program, it's 6 terms or 18 months, and you are finished with your Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
I was reading some of these figures here, and it's kind of scary. Mississippi ranks 45th in the nation for access and affordability of health care.
Yes. And that's probably more in our rural areas, you know, especially the northern part of the state. I know that they don't have a lot of hospital facilities in those types of areas. On the coast, we may not see it quite as much, but the facilities we do have here on the coast are very much lacking in nurses. And a lot of times when you're seeing hospitals saying they're full, it's not that their beds are full, they don't have the nurses to take care of the patients to put in the beds. And so you can't bring patients in to fill beds if you don't have nurses to take care of those patients.
Because you don't want to be accused of being negligent. Right. That's terrible. And also, Mississippi ranks last in the United States for healthy lives. That's sad.
It is, and I guess it's because we like to cook and we like.
Well, I was going to say, I mean, a lot of it. I mean, we're #1 in obesity.
Yes.
#2 in type 2 diabetes. So these are things that, yeah, it's our lifestyle down here.
It is,
I
but
mean,
we're
you-
making changes. I
yeah.
think that it,
You put on a good family reunion, I mean, whoo, everybody, grandma's cooking and everybody else.
well, most social events are based around food. Our food just seems
Yeah.
to be a little richer than most people's food. But I think Mississippi has come, we're making strides. We have, the diabetes things down here on the coast. They're trying to bring the more healthcare initiatives down here. And so I think that with more nurses who can go and educate the public, because as nurses, you're always an educator, and helping people to learn healthy lifestyles and to make those lifestyle changes, we can change that and we can be a healthier Mississippi.
And I'm sure that people who want to get into nursing might be afraid to, because they think, well, if I do that, I'll probably end up having to get something out of state. But no.
No, there's plenty of jobs here.
Like
Plenty.
85% of the
Yes.
people that graduate,
Yes, they are placed here, and most of our graduates have jobs before they graduate.
100% of our graduating students are employed and often before graduating.
Mm-hmm.
18 months to obtain your BSN. Smaller class sizes.
Yes.
That's one thing too, a great
Yes.
thing about William Carey University.
I love that about it because I get to know my students, and you make connections with your students, and I think that that helps in making sure you do the things that they need to be successful in that program.
Yeah, you don't have, like you see in some of these big, when they've got tiers and tiers
Yes.
of.
You feel like you're just like a little
Yeah.
number instead of a person.
And as I said, remember we covered, did an interview over in the nursing center, and there was just like maybe a half a dozen students
Yes.
in there, and that was great. I mean, great one-on-one with each and every one of them there, and there are a variety of clinical opportunities here along the Gulf Coast.
Yes.
Not only we have so many hospitals here, different healthcare centers, that are your urgent cares as well.
A lot of community agencies too
Yeah.
that we put our students in as well.
That are
So
definitely.
there's lots of different avenues to go with a nursing degree. It's not all just hospital based, but there is a great need in that hospital base.
If someone's interested in doing this, what do they need to do?
They can contact me at cfisher@wmcarey.edu, and I am happy to review transcripts and give them a plan of study to help them go in that direction to getting their Bachelor's of Science in Nursing.
And come in here and have an interview, make sure they've got a good head on their shoulders. And
Well, I think we can
Good
kind of tell
bedside
that.
manners.
Yes, that's definitely important.
no, I was going to say, and that's one thing too that nurses have to have that.
Yes, you have to be compassionate.
Yeah, and that's a lot of times it's not something you can teach. It's in their
No,
heart.
It's not.
But
And
anybody who wants to get into nursing, usually like yourself, you have a love for it.
I do.
You want to help people.
Yes.
And that's
you're
why you do
called
it.
to care, and so that's why we do it.
Definitely, definitely. Dr. Carolyn Fisher, Associate Professor here of Nursing at William Carey University at the Tradition Campus. Thank you so much for taking
Thank
some
you.
time and sharing this great information with us.
Thank you.
If you want to be a nurse, you got your BS in something else, it doesn't matter. You can get into nursing and help a lot of people. And you can do that here at William Carey University on the coast.